Will you be our Valentine? Okay, so here we are.
Hey!
It's Evil Cheese time.
Yeah.
And it's time for Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
So we're, like we've done before with some of these holidays, it's time for our top 10 board games for Valentine's Day.
These will be a complete surprise for one another. We have not shared any of the details about these games, so we're going to be surprised running along with you as we go through our top 10.
Valentine's Day, very, very casual day. You know, all of the games that I chose. We'll have a lighthearted nature.
Okay.
I would say that is the commonality.
No Twilight Imperium on your list?
Well, you know, that was my number 11.
Just barely missed a cut for
I feel like,
Valentine's
based
Day
on what
games.
you guys just said, I feel like I might be the aberration.
You had
Are
Twilight
you, like,
Imperium
doing
on yours?
hardcore war games or like?
You're going to have to see.
Oh my God, what kind of Valentine's
Honey, get
Day?
in here. It's time for 40K tabletop war simulator.
I'm just going to say,
Get your tape measure.
I'm just going to say that I've heard the name of a game that is on my list already.
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
All right, well, without further
We
ado,
got
let's
some.
go to it. Scott, why don't you start us off because
Sure.
you
All
have
right.
scared us to death.
All right, so I kind of thought about Valentine's Day in kind of a pretty holistic thing, like what a date night might be like, what people might like together.
Right.
And so my first
40K.
game, is Nemesis. Because it's an alien-like survival game.
Great.
Okay. And but it's semi-cooperative, but it also is going to be a stress test for the relationship.
Okay.
And can they handle a possible crewmate being
Yeah, we really have to work
betraying,
together. Wow.
and then the stress of cruel fate of the game of Nemesis. It's like Alien, you're working together, you're on a ship, you're stressful. It's like, sometimes you go on a scary date, kind of a scary movie. Some people like that. They clutch each other and like,
True.
oh my God,
Yeah, it helps you bond over the terror.
So, would your partner?
Okay.
And I also think it's a good test of would your partner betray you? I think that's a good thing to know early
Sure.
on as well. Is
How trustworthy they
that's
are.
a good thing.
yeah. So would your partner
Yeah.
betray you? Thriller, horror, scary, cooperative,
Definitely scary.
Nemesis.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Day, Nemesis.
How
So-
well do you work together
Yeah.
under
Yeah.
stressful
Yeah.
conditions?
Yeah, well,
And then
there's
just
more of
like-
that coming up.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
And
so
later
that's
that night, you watch the whole Alien
saga. Yeah.
saga,
Right.
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, this is such a great Valentine's.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
love you, honey.
Hey, see, I told you this.
Blood everywhere.
This is just a drop in the bucket of,
Okay.
of
All right.
where I'm
Wow.
going with this. I'm
Okay.
thinking outside
Here
the
we go.
box.
All right.
So my number 10, Nemesis.
I have some things kind of similar, and my number 10 is kind of in that vein a little bit. I'm not going to talk about this game too much because we've already gushed over it a ton. Kinfire Delve. Cooperative game. You grab one box. It plays up to 2 players. So there's your 2 for date
players,
night.
yeah.
If you're on a double date, grab a second box. Now it can play up to 4. There's your 2 pairs. All this kind of stuff.
Yep.
Plays super well. Cooperative. Work together. Easy to get to the table.
Yeah,
easy to
put
set up.
away, yeah.
Easy to carry with you to a restaurant or something and get out on a table.
Yeah.
So Kinfire Delve I just felt like was a pretty good fit for if you're going to play with a partner. There you go. It's ready to go.
That was my number 11.
Okay.
I'm being serious. That
All
was
right.
my number 11. Yeah. For those reasons, too. It's good for 2-player, and then if you have another couple,
Yeah.
it's great
Heck,
for 4.
Add it
we're,
right
not,
in.
we're not doing number 11. We're doing number 10.
I understand. And my
Number
number
10.
10 is going to be Dice Throne. It was meant to be a 2-player game, really, and so fun, pretty lighthearted, head-to-head Yahtzee. If you understand Yahtzee, you're 75% of the way there.
You know what's going on. Yeah.
There's nothing like
all-
killing your dating partner to...
Yeah, but that's at least like fun, and there's like cool symbols, and you could be
That's true.
like
That's true.
a pirate or
the
Cyclops.
necromancer, I'm going to
Yeah.
raise the dead. Oh, here's your mom.
Yeah, but at least
here's
it's all
my
like-
ex-girlfriend.
At least it's like
Quit bringing up Cindy.
But you could do it competitive. You could do it co-op. There's a few modes to do it in, and
some
pretty
options.
simple, easy to get. And you can even just get one of the
boxes, right? Where it's 2 people again. The same thing as Delve.
So my number 10, Dice Throne, lighthearted Yahtzee-ish game with superpowers.
All right. Okay.
Fantastic.
All right.
Eric, go ahead and hit your number 9. You might as well do 3
Number
in a row
9.
now that you've done
Number
11 as well.
9. Number 9 is a
done with.
game that I talked about in my games that I have graded. Click the link below. And it's one that I'm on the edge of getting rid of. Because
Add it to the list.
Don't get rid of it before Valentine's
right.
Day.
But I do think it would be a good game for Valentine's game. Is a game called Mythwind.
Okay.
And this is a game that basically attempts to recreate like one of those like farming app kind of games.
I've read and seen about this game.
That has like, but the sort of the cool thing and the bad thing about this game is that there's no end to
right.
it.
It's just kind of completely open. Yeah.
Yes. So, but it's kind of neat because in that way of it's very cozy, it's very breezy. So
in a blind date, you could play it as long as you need to know what you need to know.
I wouldn't break this out to us. At least they had to have played at least some modern games, I would say, because each role is very asymmetrical in how they work, and you have like your own little rule book. It is only a couple of pages, but you do have to learn how you do it, and then the person running it, maybe if you should know some of these roles. And each role has like a complexity level and all this stuff, but it's like innkeeper and like farmer and like merchant. So very breezy, and you're like working with these like forest sprites to like rebuild your town.
There's nothing more romantic than forest sprites. Like Cupid himself is almost like a forest sprite.
Yeah, there you go. But it is like co-op-ish, but again, it's sort of like you're like, oh, you're getting good feelings progressing yourself and the town. And you're getting like a little bit more efficient.
Okay.
But it's like minor steps. It's like baby steps forward. So, Mythwind, cool game, cool idea.
It sounds like a pleasant experience.
I wouldn't mind seeing a toned down version of this game, believe it or not.
Like toned down, you mean like not as complicated?
Yeah. It's not bad. It's just like, and it saves really easy. But like, if I were to come back to it now, I would have to relearn the role. I'd have to relearn
start from scratch.
But it's kind of one of these games where you can sink like 40 hours into if you just like leave it out.
That is love.
That is love. So there you go. Number 9, Mythwind.
Okay. My number 9, again, I'm going to kind of speed run this because we've talked about this game a ton. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, the trick-taking game. I recently played it both in the 2-player version and in a 4-player version.
You did play 2-player.
And I think the 2-player works as well.
It does.
I loved it with the 3-player version that we did. But with 2-player, you have sort of like a phantom hand that one person is using.
Who'd you play it with?
A friend of mine that I know through the store, and we've done movie nights and stuff. Yeah. But it works great as 2. And again, cooperative, go through it together. You could do however many chapters you want. Say you're short on time or something, you could do just one.
Especially those first like 5 scenarios.
Yes,
it's like
they're pretty easy to jump into.
Leaving the town.
Right,
it's Bilbo's birthday. Let's check it out.
Bilbo's birthday. Let's all have a beer.
Yeah,
it's great. Open a bottle of wine, just like Bilbo would for his birthday.
And then if you have your movie time, it doesn't take too long, and you can get out of there. So, love that game, and it works as 2-player just fine. So there you go. That's my number 9.
Okay. My number 9 is going to surprise you guys.
Nemesis remastered.
But you've already mentioned it. It's a little game called Twilight Imperium. Okay?
No, this isn't real.
I am serious, okay? Because I said only...
This is not real.
No, I put Twilight Imperium, number 9, right there. I said it's so long and so complicated that only someone that truly would love you would spend the time to play this game.
So it's a test?
It's a test. It's like, do you love me enough to invest
if you love
8 hours?
You'll play this 8-hour game.
Wow. Right. Yep. So, I mean, I feel like...
Wow.
I feel like That's a good barometer for.
And then
the
if
strength of the
they say
relationship.
yes, you go okay, and then you don't play it.
Right.
You do something else, but you're like, but now I know.
No, Kid Fire Delve.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
No, but I just was thinking. I mean, relationship tester. What
It's the ultimate relationship.
I will learn these rules. I will invest these hours.
Wow.
That's the amount of love
I'm doing
that
this
comes
for
out
you.
of that. Yes,
And then-
I'm doing this for you.
The next day, divorce.
Hey, if that's what it leads to, it's better to know now.
Is there a prenup in Twilight?
Let
Imperium?
Twilight Imperium
on the top. Yeah.
Let Twilight Imperium save you therapy, months of issues,
Wow.
problems,
You have
divorce
lots of time
lawyers.
to work through your problems.
Yes.
Can't
Twilight
play TI
Imperium.
from Twilight Imperium together. Can't raise a family.
That's
together.
right.
That's right.
That's just the old
You're
saying.
goddamn right.
All right.
Okay.
Says that on the
Moving
box.
on.
Now, number eight. Number eight is a game
the
I
idea
must
of it.
admit that I haven't played, but I read and researched about it enough to feel like I could put it as my number 8 game. It's Monogamy, the board game. So, Monogamy is a light romantic board games that helps couples talk, flirt, and reconnect through questions and
Oh
challenges.
no.
Okay.
It's
So-
one of those.
So there you go. So now this is one that you guys were worried that I wasn't playing games
Sure.
that would help people that were challenges. This one, it's just about.
That sounds like it's like one of those like cheesy games. It's not like and it's like roll dice. It's like suck.
Yeah, they have their relationship guys.
This is called monogamy. This is Monogamy, the board game.
cheek.
This is not Orgy, the board game.
Well, it's
okay.
pretty-
You can
Close.
lick toe in a
Right.
non-orgy setting.
Right, Monogamy, the board game.
It comes with like a little set of like cheap handcuffs that are like $25, like plastic things. Like
They-
spice it up with your game.
It might.
Well, it makes me think of like the party mingling games too, where like the questions are meant to like you get
Yes.
information from people,
Provoke.
which could be helpful. Like if you're struggling through a conversation
I
with someone,
must
you're like,
admit,
"I'll read this card." That's like,
This
"Where are you
game is
from?"
on the list mostly because of its name.
Sure,
So,
I have some like that as well.
yes.
well,
So-
let's hear your number.
Okay, my number 8, and you know this one,
I do.
is called Drop It.
Oh, that's a good.
Do you remember this one?
Yes, I do.
So
Yeah.
it's like pretend
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
playing Connect 4,
Yeah.
but it's got a whole bunch of different shapes,
Yeah.
and you're like trying to stack things up and you score points and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a great little it's so easy. You're
It's
just
a
like
great
picking a
two-player
shape and you throw it in there, and you can stare at your partner across the table super easy.
Yes.
You can easily have a conversation while it's
Yes.
going on. And
It's neat
just-
because the pieces are like tangrams.
yes,
And you're falling into a Connect 4 kind of thing,
it's
but it's
just
just like a clear screen, and you have to kind of decide how you're gonna. Fit
how is
it
this
in
going to
there.
fall? Where is this going
And
to
it's
bounce? How
it
do
goes
I...
up a certain height, or if your pieces are higher or like more
Right.
like crazy, then you like lose
Yeah, you
points. I don't remember
score,
how the scoring
points
works,
based on
but-
like how tall it is, but then
Yeah.
there's rules for like you can't have two of the same shape like touching. So
Yeah,
be careful
or the
where they
same
land.
color, I think.
Because
Yes.
people's hearts and emotions are like mismatched shapes.
That's right.
That you have to find.
You have to
right.
find
how
a way
they
to fit them
fit
together.
A lot like Twilight Imperium.
Exactly. So that's my number 8. Drop it.
That's good choice, Casey.
Yeah.
My number 8 I have recently got the Game of Thrones versions of this that has rekindled my interest in this game.
Legendary.
This is legendary.
Legendary.
I like them all. I think there's a flavor out there for everybody.
There's a ton of versions
There's like
now.
a James Bond version.
They're coming
now.
out with a DC version of Legendary.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
they
a
are
Matrix
great.
one.
Yeah,
the
Matrix.
Aliens
Marvel,
one we
Predator,
did.
Game
Big,
of Thrones.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yep.
What?
Yep. There's
Wow.
a
But the
one.
the most recent one is the Game of Thrones one, which I think actually works really good. I can't wait for you guys to play it. Actually,
Cool.
It's not co-op, so
Oh.
everybody
Well-
has their own mastermind that is like your house. Like it's like
Ned Stark or
Daenerys
somebody.
Targaryen and
Okay.
like Khal Drogo and like
That's
So-
interesting. I feel like that's the thing about Legendaries. It's always reflected the themes strongly
Yeah.
and the feel of it. And in Marvel, you're
Yeah.
together. In Alien, you're kind of the alien guys. I
Right.
don't know how the Predator one plays.
It's similar to Alien.
yeah, and then this one, I mean, Game
Yeah.
of Thrones, that's the way it is.
But really,
right?
all it boils down to is like a Dominion-esque deck builder where
Yep.
you're just worried about stars and slashes,
Damage or money.
damage or money, and you just combo and everything in between like that, and it's pretty thematic, but it's easy to grok, especially when you
What does that
get
mean?
into the theme. Grok, understand, get going. Here's the definition. But pick your favorite flavor. I'm into the Game of Thrones one right now.
Cool. Yeah, we got to try it.
Legendary. It's really just season 1, but it'll be.
They're going to do more.
Yeah. The Predator one, I saw a used copy of the Predator one in black and red for like $30.
Yeah.
We like that series. For a while, that was like the game we played all the time.
Has one major
was
flaw.
Legendary.
It's complicated. It had a lot of stuff.
It was not complicated to play. It's
No, but you
complicated
said
to organize.
set up,
yeah.
And this Game of Thrones one is no different.
There's a billion cards. You need
Yes.
sections for everything.
Is the Predator one got good reviews as well? Or
I
not?
think it's just below the Alien one. People like the Alien one better.
Gotcha.
It was cool when we
It
played
was
it.
fine.
We
yeah.
never played Predator. We only played Alien, right?
I've played Predator.
Oh,
I've played a bunch of them. I haven't played the Matrix one or the
James Bond.
Trouble in Little China one. But I've played a lot of the
Did
others.
you
And a
like-
lot of the legendary expansions.
Did you
we
like the
had.
Predator one?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a solid one. Yeah.
Good.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So that was 8 for you or 7?
Number 8.
So
I think that was 8.
Oh,
Go
no,
to
that was
7.
back to me.
Yeah.
Number 7 is a newer game that I've played. It plays between 2 and 8 players, and it's super quick. It's about a 15-minute game, and it is called Wine Cellar.
Okay.
And it's basically a bidding game. And kind of a tableau building where you are bidding on bottles of wine for different countries and different varietals.
Okay.
And you kind of have goals and you want to set them up. And like where you put them in your wine cellar will
Matters.
matter. And once they're locked in, though, they can't be moved really.
Okay.
So you're trying to arrange them in a certain order based
Sort of
on
a
your
point
goals.
scoring game then?
Yeah. But you also want ones from like Spain and like Germany.
Sure,
and stuff like
collective
that.
variety.
So
Yeah.
you certainly could have out a bottle of wine. while
Right, you
you're
can have a
doing
bottle
it,
while you're doing
yeah.
it, and each game is literally like 15 minutes.
Oh,
quick
perfect.
game. I think you would like
Sure.
it. And
Have you played it with just 2 players?
I
Do you
have,
know how
yeah.
that kind of works?
Yeah,
Does
and
it
it's
feel good?
really, really fast
Good.
and,
Okay.
and quick.
And you're talking about the game.
Talking about the game, yes. Yes.
Okay.
And
things you can try to do.
vintage Detroit artwork, so the game is very, very gorgeous. The bottles look
Luxurious.
gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
The
Number 7,
vintages.
Wine Cellar and not Twilight Imperium.
Not Twilight Imperium. We've already
that might
covered
be later
Twilight
on the
Imperium. Mine get more serious as we get.
Oh, okay. These first
Okay.
ones are just jokes.
No, they're not just jokes. They work.
Skip ahead.
They work.
I've got some joke deep cuts later in my list.
They work.
But my number 7 is Codenames Duet. Codenames, tried and true formula.
that's a good one.
But there is a duet version, which is
Yes.
specifically designed for 2 people.
Which
where you're
is
working
cooperative.
together. It is.
Yes.
You work together, so you're giving the clues both ways instead of just like one clue giver. So
And
it
are
works
you like,
very well.
Is it like with a timer or something?
It's
Or-
like rounds.
Yeah.
And you're trying to
Oh, how
do
many
it in a
points
certain
you can
amount
get.
of rounds. You got to kind of clear the board.
There's like a campaign mode.
There's
for
like
it too.
scenarios you can
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
You can work through like different ones, and there's different setups for it. So it's got some good variety for like a 2-player version of Codenames.
Yeah. No, it's solid.
And
It's
it's
solid.
well done. Yeah,
Very solid.
So if you're looking for something that you know will work, Codenames Duet
Yeah.
does.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's 7.
That's my number 7.
I realized my number 7 is another challenge the relationship game.
What is with your Valentine?
You're gonna have a long
supposed to be
Valentine's
fun.
Day.
So, and this game came close to ending my marriage. So,
Okay.
Sheriff of Nottingham, okay, is a bluffing game. And
Okay.
so, you know, you're kind of like, you know, hiding certain things in a bag and you're telling them what
Sure.
it is and you're
you play
lying
that
to
with
them
2
and
people?
trying to.
No.
Oh, we did it with 3 with my son. But
Okay, okay.
But we were
3
doing
to like 5, probably.
yeah,
I think.
but the idea of like how convincing are you at lying and
Yeah.
how able are you to? And my wife was really upset
Manipulate
at the
people.
fact that she's like I kept tricking her, and she's just like. we tell each
I should
other
be
the
able to
truth.
read you.
Exactly. It's like, I can't believe you could deceive me so easily, And so it's a good relationship tester.
Yeah.
Some games like that, like the Resistance or like Social Deduction.
You'll be surprised if you play with your family and you're like, oh no. They are really good at
really
deceiving me.
comfortable with lying, and some people are really not comfortable, and
Right.
they can't do it at all.
In a fun kind of
Right.
way. But let's say your partner is incredibly good at it. That's some good information for the future.
I guess so, yeah.
You should know.
That's information you might
They
need
could
to know.
bring in illegal cheeses to your household at any time.
I definitely saw the way my wife looked at me change over the course of playing.
From that day on.
So your Valentine's Day games are all about evaluating power dynamics and how to achieve dominance.
When you've been married 29 years,
You have to know where you stand.
You need to know where you stand, and you need to take the barometer of the relationship often, right? And you got to dig a little deeper. So
via Twilight Imperium.
So via Twilight Imperium and other games.
Wow.
Okay,
Fantastic.
All right.
I will say I love Sheriff of Nottingham. That's just a good game altogether.
Okay. So
Whether you're testing a relationship or not.
okay. Yes, it's a great game. Great game. All right. Here's one thematically that fits in well that will cause no strife whatsoever. I'm sure it's probably on some of your guys' lists as well. Number 6 for me is the Love Letters franchise. And the nice thing about it is
I didn't even think of this one.
the Love Letters. Oh my God, we were talking about it just last week when we were getting ready
That's
for
okay.
this.
We got it covered.
All right. But one of the things that's nice about it is you can go Batman, Cthulhu, Lord of the Rings,
There's
Star
a
Wars.
million versions.
So if there's, I think, a way to get a non-gamer to the table with this would be like, hey, this is, how we love Lord of the Rings, or
Pick
we
a
love
version
Star
they
Wars,
love.
or we love this together.
Yeah.
And that can kind of get people to the table with it. It's simple, it's easy, it's fun, it's low stakes, I would say, as
So
far
easy to
as
figure
quick
out.
hands and
Choose A or B.
and what
that's it.
could be better than Love Letters? In fact, we have an improv show coming up next week. We play an improv game called Love Letters, and so that's it. It all fits together.
It's tiny. You can throw it in your pocket like on any date and be like, okay, I've got a backup plan.
It's
of
no
something to do.
relationship tester, but it still works for the thing.
And it's light enough you can talk over the top of it.
See, Eric, it's all going to be fine.
It checks all the
All
boxes.
going to be fine. 29 years of marriage, I got
Great.
this all going on.
Okay, so that was your number 6.
That was my number 6.
Love Letter
Yes.
Universe. My number 6 is a game called Sky Team. I don't know if you guys know
I
this
know.
one.
I just watched a video review of it. Yeah,
But it's really cool. It's kind of a newer
played
one. I've played it.
Okay.
Specifically 2-player, cooperative again. But you're pilot and co-pilot trying to land a plane in different scenarios. But you have this sort of silent objective thing. So you have to rely on your partner to do certain things and not overlap too much.
That's good.
And so it's got all these things that you're doing in a plane. Like you're checking your airspeed and deploying your flaps and worrying about your altitude.
Cool.
And all the different things you have to do when you're flying and landing a plane. But you're really working with your partner to make sure all these things get done and to complete the scenario.
See, I think the games that we've chosen so far reflect where we are at
Who we are.
in our relationship status. A lot of cases, games are exploratory. How would I and this person work together? And do we make a connection through playing this? Eric's like, hey, I'm early in my marriage, and let's make sure things are working and whatnot. And I am testing my
Push
marriage.
the limits.
If we're not strong enough after 29 years just to survive Twilight Imperium, then what have we been doing for 29 years?
It puts really high stakes on your gameplay.
Yes, it really does.
Is this the last straw? Was playing Sheriff of Nottingham or not?
That's
we'll
right.
find
That's
out.
right. I tell you what, at the time, it really felt like it. It really
this could be the last thing
felt
we
like
do
that
together.
was a choice that I had made that I might not recover from. So
There you go.
fun.
My 6 is
Fun.
Sky Team.
Okay.
nice Sky Team, fun.
Yeah.
And for
My
you?
number 6 is a tiny deck builder that's really just a deck of cards, but there's right now a big box version, which is TI4 size.
Okay.
chock full of stuff, but really the base game is just great. It's called Star Realms. It's an older kind of deck builder.
I thought
I think I've
this.
seen
Yeah,
that.
my list.
But the reason why I chose this is because it's so small and compact and
Yes,
portable.
you can do it with a
and
deck.
Again, it's sort of that. It's like that legendary thing of money or damage.
Yeah.
1v1 attacking. You can do other things. You can talk and do other
Deck
things
builder,
while you're doing
engine
it.
builder,
Deck
a little
builder,
bit of
yeah.
like you're trying to get things
Interesting,
kind of running.
quick, super quick.
Yes.
Like 10 or 15 minutes. You're just attacking.
Easy to
each other,
do.
trying
A lot
to
of your
get
games are
life
quick.
totals
You want to
down.
limit the amount of time you spend.
You know, it's a day. It's
We
supposed to be-
gotta get the kids to bed. We only got 27
and
minutes.
you want to frolic a little bit.
Oh, you want to have
Yeah, you
time and
gotta leave
energy
time
for other
for-
activities.
That's right. Thank you.
Other
Yes.
activities.
So Star
Extracurriculars.
Realms, whichever variation you. I mean, there's so much out.
There's
right
a
now.
Hero
But,
Realms
yeah.
now, which
Yeah.
is sort
Hero
of like a
Realms,
fantasy
that's
version.
fine too. Just any realms.
Yeah, there's a lot of expansions you can kind of add
Yes.
to it. So if you like it, there's a lot more to add.
Right.
Cool.
So there.
That's
you
a
go.
good one.
Yeah.
All right,
Alright.
number
All
5.
right, number 5 is a brand new game we just got. Check out the link below of us playing it. It's called Catch 33.
Ah, yes.
This is a wacky dexterity game.
Physical.
Where you're
Yeah.
shooting dice off a ramp, trying to land into a cup. Different ways to score. Very, very ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Nothing
I missed.
says I love you like flicking a dice into somebody's eye.
Oh, into somebody. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean,
No, I'm saying that
That's
could be
how
that could be
aggressive
the
you wanna
outcome.
be
in this
That could be a
situation,
danger
that's
to
true.
this game, Eric. You know,
Right.
you start hitting
Yeah.
your
well,
significant other with dice. and-
another love test is how you do in emergency.
That's right.
Oh.
Situation.
You got to get me to urgent
so
care.
Catch 33
I'm
is
bleeding
there
from my eye.
to facilitate that.
It is a fun game.
Yeah, but a fun, wacky, quick,
Yes.
very quick game.
Easy.
Light. Yeah.
Basically, you're just flinging dice off into a ramp, into a cup, or into an arena, trying to score points various ways.
That's it. Cool.
Catch 33. Thank you.
My number 5, you mentioned like cozy before. And really this one, it's kind of a game, but it's actually more like just an activity that you
I
can
got
kind
one
of
of those coming
do
up.
together. It's called Gentle Rain. And
Oh,
it's
I've
from our Incredible Dreams
Yeah,
studio
yeah,
that we
yeah,
love.
yeah.
The same
Oh.
people who did Delvin Chronicles.
Huh.
But this is a totally different thing. You're basically just like making patterns in a grid, and depending on how the patterns line up, you can put tokens out.
Things look like
that score
flowers.
points. They're like
Yeah.
flowers, and you're trying to like put them together to make
So
the right
a very
shapes.
kind of low stakes,
Super
kind of
low stakes,
patterny-
and really you can like play it cooperatively too. Like you can just work together to like build the patterns.
It almost sounds like kind of like puzzle, kind of almost in a way.
Almost, and again, more like an activity or like a meditation I use to describe it, because you're just sort of like calmly, Gentle Rain is the name of it.
Does that
It
game
kinda
sell
gives you that
pretty
vibe.
well?
Very well.
Yeah.
It's tiny. Again, it's a little teeny box,
Yeah.
so it'd be easy to take with you somewhere. Throw out
curious
on a
about
table.
that. Yeah.
You could do it while you were drinking
Coffee,
wine and talking
talking,
about
yeah.
other things.
I feel like that could be a game that would be great after Sheriff of Nottingham. For example.
Sure.
when you're ready to calm things
Thanks.
down,
Yes, the gentle-
Correct
get
me
out
if I'm
Gentle
wrong.
Rain.
Does that game not have like a player limit?
Not really, because again, it's just placing tiles.
Yeah.
So you could do that kind of any way you
Okay.
want.
I remember on the box it being like 1+.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Which
Yeah.
is why it can work for 1, 2, however many people. Usually you can just play it on your own and you're just sort of making patterns, and it's a good sort of just unwind
nice.
and
yes, yes.
think about your day and process things while you have something on in
Smell your
background.
flowers.
Smell your flowers.
Great. Gentle Rain.
Gentle Rain, number 5.
All right. Number 5 for me, again, I mean, it's a little bit of a stretch in a way, but it's not.
Really?
It's not. It's not a relationship
More of a stretch
test
than Twilight?
or challenger. It's a game called Ether Fields. And,
okay.
and Ether Fields is about dreams and a deeper understanding of your partner as you sort of play it.
Okay.
It's a narrative cooperative game
psychology.
that there's a unique series of dreams, and you learn about forgotten past and surreal dreamscapes, and you get surprised and you spot clues, and it seems like, I mean, I don't know, for some reason I think like dreams, like talking about dreams is something that I feel like you mostly do with your partner for the most part. And it's like you wake up and you're like, oh, I had this weird dream. And so, I don't know. For me, it felt like dreams and a deeper understanding. And a lot of times the dreams are like, oh, you're really stressing about this. Or, oh, you're worried about this thing in your past or whatever. And so I feel like dreams are connective tissue with
Yeah,
relationships.
and there's sometimes good indicators of things that are going on.
Yes,
and it's
absolutely.
okay, we
Things
can
that
kinda
you're
work through this
stressed
together.
out or
Yes.
worried about.
Yeah.
So again, like just that.
Well, or
relationship.
aspirational.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you
so
wanna do?
Dreams and a deeper understanding of one
Get out
another.
of this marriage.
Ether fields. My marriage is rock solid.
All right.
Because it's been stress tested.
Yeah, by playing the top
years.
10 games of Valentine's Day. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, right. Okay. This one,
test.
this one is a little like monogamy. It's called The Fog of Love. Okay.
I know this game.
Oh, I've seen this.
It's a traditional kind of love-themed board game. It's designed for two people, typically a
play it?
couple, who create characters who
I
go
know.
on a journey of falling in love. It's essentially sort of like role-playing, light role-playing scenarios,
It is.
overcoming challenges, and finally, finding happiness.
Finding happiness.
Oh,
Okay.
finding happiness.
Beyond the
After
unique concept,
problems.
it has lighter mechanics, it's story-based, it's easy to understand, quick to set up, and you could jump in and get started with zero drama.
Yeah, because it happens.
Is
while
that how
you're
they described it? Because I subtitled as something else.
What?
It's drama, relationship drama, the board game.
Oh, is it?
They like set up scenarios that you're like, I found a text that I'm not sure about. From
my.
and how do we work through that, like as a couple?
Fog of love.
So
Happy
Fog of
Valentine's
Love is
Day.
like it's gonna set up relationship drama that you gotta figure out.
Yeah,
You figure
explain
it
your
out
way
and-
out of that one.
But you
The game.
explain your way.
What's
out of
this
that one.
receipt from?
Give me your phone.
Yeah.
The game.
Yeah.
Who's Ginger?
Hey, Fog of Love.
Okay.
Fog of Love.
It is
Ginger,
fitting though.
peach
It's on
emoji,
theme. for
Eggplant
sure.
emoji, water.
Yeah. What does this
What
mean?
does that mean?
Who are you sending this to at 2:48 in the
Eric,
morning?
you're so young in your marriage. So young. So young.
Casey goes.
Okay, my number 4. Sort of a tester.
There you go.
A little bit of like,
no.
you gotta
Okay.
work together. It's a game called The Mind.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Very
Yes.
simple concept. Play your cards in order. But it's a game all about sort of reading people. I need to read you and figure out where you think your card's going to land. What do you think?
Yeah.
What am I putting out there in terms of when do I think I play this card?
This is my number 3.
Okay.
So
perfect.
this is your number 4.
My number 4. So
4.
we're right there
Yep.
at the same kind of point.
Yeah.
But it's all about working together.
A lot of that
Yes, sir.
silent communication stuff
Yes.
like Skype.
You got to like read their body language and like, how do you feel? And what if I'm going to do this? What do you think about that? So it's a lot about like
Why
getting
did I
into
play?
the mind of your other players, and it works great with 2 people.
Did you know that there were some expansions to it, and one's even called
did.
Soulmates?
Oh, really?
Yes, there's
Okay.
a Soulmates
Okay.
expansion. And it says, in this one, in addition to playing the number cards in the correct order, you must also play them face down, revealing them
Oh,
only
yeah,
after
yeah.
the cards have been
And then you flip
played.
the thing. Yeah.
And there's a player that's a role of a seer that knows everything more than other people. Or
Okay.
whatever. So
There's also a follow-up, The Mind 2. I
Yes,
think it has
yes.
some other name, but there's another one that adds more stuff.
Yep.
There's a game that came out, I think, before The Mind called The Game,
Oh.
which is sort of
yeah.
the premise of the card and how
But it's
it
like
plays.
we do improv games that are similar to this, where you're just
Yeah.
kind of like kind of reading and feeling the energy, and then playing
Precisely.
cards in order and
feel each other out.
Yeah.
How do we make this work together?
What was that? Did you play another game that was Mind-esque recently? Take Time?
Recently? Yes.
You like the Mind better than Take
I
Time?
do.
Okay.
The Mind is way simpler.
Yes, yeah.
Taking Time, I think, is what it's
Take
called.
Time, yeah. Take Time.
Takes the Mind formula and then adds like extra conditions that you have to fulfill while you're doing it, which is kind of cool. I played the demo of it and was like, if I have the Mind, I'm probably good.
Okay,
I don't need
so you-
Taking Time.
Gotcha.
All right.
But yeah, it's sort of a new variation on that formula.
All right.
See, no, see, Eric. No
I did
problems
think
there.
about putting Taking Time on my top 10 for the same reason as having the Mind, and because sometimes you want to take time to spend with your loved ones.
like 29 years.
Okay.
Like 29 years.
29 years.
Alrighty.
All right.
4.
My number 4 is in that activity sort of area.
Fantastic.
It is from 3 to 6 players, so this is more of a have other couples or whatever kind of game.
Okay.
And this is from the same. It's almost like very similar to Just One. It's from the same company.
Great.
It's called So Clover.
So cool.
And what this did you know?
It's in my car right now.
Okay. So what this
It's
one
a cool one.
is everybody gets this these little plastic clovers.
Yeah.
And then
Like
there's this deck
four-sided.
of cards that are square shaped and they fit into these clover spots. And on each side of the card there's word. And so you will randomly it's cooperative. Everybody closes their eyes, and then the person who's like
Making the clues.
making the clues will arrange you randomly arrange the cards so that on each edge there's 2 words, so it'll be something like firefighter and like Coke or something like that. So then you have to come up with a word to
Connect
those
two.
two, and then you're going to do that on each side of your clover, and then you mix up the cards again. You throw in a random one too, and then it's up to the other players to talk and figure out what's the right.
Gotcha.
How do these
Words,
connect?
yeah.
What
Yeah.
do they mean by
Yeah.
this?
Super fun, neat. Everybody can play
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Mental kind of word association,
Yeah.
connections. How do you think?
Yeah.
Which is
A
all.
little bit of that like Mysterium or Phantom Ink thing where one person is like giving
Yeah.
clues sort of, and
Just one in
sitting
code
there.
names, I felt
Yeah.
like kind of smashed
Yes.
together to
Yeah.
make this. You're trying to link things together. With
But
the
this is
clues.
fun. I like the charming clover. It
Yeah,
feels
it's kind of a fun
Valentine's-y.
physical thing to like
Yeah.
line
Sounds
them up.
like it's more St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, well,
That'll be on our
it's
next
close.
list.
It's close.
Yeah.
So my number
That's
4.
going to be a real stretch. Is
Yeah.
St. Patrick's
So-
Day games.
So close.
Clover.
It's a good game.
Clover.
Thank you, sir.
Great.
And
Go for
now
number
you're-
3.
Oh yeah. Number 3. I don't know if you guys have played this game. This game is a really neat game by one of my favorite designers, Phil Walker Harding. Probably at least
What
10
else has he
years
done?
old at this morning. Oh man, he's done so many things. He's done Emotep.
Okay.
He has done this game right here and that game.
And this one.
Yes. He's done a lot. Anyway,
Cool.
I can't think of any other.
That's fine.
But this is called. This game almost mixes like Go Fish, and like Uno.
Okay.
And with a little like set collecting. It's called Archaeology: The New Expedition.
Okay.
And this is a really neat card game where it's basically a collect card tableau building where you're kind of risking it for the biscuit a little bit to get matching artifacts. You're like digging through. The theme is like, 1920s ancient Egypt archaeology. So you're finding like old
What are you finding in
pieces.
these relics?
And there's like a market in the middle where you're just basically trading cards for other things. And you're trying to collect them, but every once in a while somebody will draw a thief card, which they could just steal from your hand, or they draw a sandstorm card, which is you have to discard your hand back into the market, half of your hand, and then all the stuff you've been collecting sort of gets vomited
Randomized
back
again.
out there, and then people can start taking it. So it's how long do I hold on to this? How do I put this out there? Ethnos has a little bit of that DNA of like taking that.
Like the rest of your hand.
But the
goes
whole
away.
game is just basically like that part of it and not
Cool.
like the map part.
Okay.
So you're stealing from your partner.
You could be stealing, yes. This would be a great 2-player game and a great 4-player game. And one of the cool things too in it is that you will pick like a relic, like the Sphinx or like the pyramids or whatever. And there's also map cards that can be turned in for points, or you use the map cards in different ways to like delve into these things and it'd be like, hey, take
Get
a
more
whole bunch of
stuff.
cards, but maybe it'll be just random cards. You're not sure what you're going to get, but maybe it's the things you've been really wanting.
Okay.
Or another relic would be like the tomb. It's like look through the stack and pick one that you like really
Different
want,
ways to search.
et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of variability to
Okay.
it. But it's a great game. It's one of my favorite of these tiny card games. You like Uno, you like Go Fish.
Sounds a little bit like Jaipur too, like with
It's
the card
in that
collecting
line, yeah.
and trading and stuff.
Another good one, dude. I forgot about
I didn't put it on my list, which is why I kind of mentioned
Yeah.
it a little bit for this. But
Well-
Jaipur is another good 2-player.
Archaeology: The New Expedition takes that place.
Okay,
All right.
that was your number 3.
Yes.
My number 3 I did mostly for the joke and because of the name of it. And
I respect that a great
I'm not
deal.
going to explain any other thing about it other than it's a great game, plays well. We've played it a ton. It's called Bang, a game for Valentine's Day.
Can we play Bang the Dice game?
Let's play Bang, honey. What?
Eric, now do you maybe see my list of games in a different light?
Just fine now.
Scott's is great.
No.
You don't want to bang on Valentine's Day?
Okay.
All right.
Do you actually like?
I love Bang, and the dice version I think is the better version.
Thank you.
There's a card version. I have there's a Heroes of a Storm version. There's a bunch of versions.
Yeah.
Bang is a great game. It doesn't even play with just 2 players.
No. This is
It's like a party game.
Yes.
You need 3 or more, but it is a great game.
It is.
I highly recommend the dice game over
Agreed.
the card one.
Yeah, it solves some of the problems of the card game
Definitely.
and just moves quicker and easier.
That one time. How long did that go on for? How long did that singular game?
An hour probably.
An hour.
We played the Heroes of the Storm version.
But it was down to 2 or 3.
Yeah, there were only a couple people left,
for
and it was
a half hour.
they can't interact in any way.
It was like shoot, dodge, shoot, dodge, shoot, move, heal.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
Yeah, it
Sounds
just kept
like
going.
another game about one-on-one sword fighting that we've played.
All right, moving on.
Okay, all right.
Yes, it was like that.
It was a little bit like that.
Yeah, well, it's the way you described it. It sounded a lot like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
My number 3. Bang.
So my 3 was The Mind as well. We already kind of talked about that one, and so I'll move on to 2. 2 is again about stress testing a relationship with Bomb Busters. This is a new game where you're defusing a bomb together, and I just kind of thought that it would be, you're deducing and trying to kind of figure out things together, and I feel like that's connecting, and you're making decisions together, and you succeed or fail.
Nothing brings people together closer than a near-death experience.
That's right. That's right. How much do you love each other and connect to each other, and is it going to save your life?
Right.
The red wire.
So, anyway, that's and if the bomb goes off, you just try again.
Yeah. Reset it.
Just like in real life.
Yeah, and the game has funny
It's okay, try it
little
again.
drawn
Yeah,
characters
it's pretty
and
cutesy,
stuff, and it's
chibi
cute.
kinda art.
And
Yeah. It's very light.
It's a game I'm kind of on the lookout for. Casey and I've talked
I'll
about
be getting
this.
it. It's a cool one.
And so
Very highly
haven't
recommended.
played it, but want to play it, and sounds like it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Game.
There's a digital version that this sort of takes the idea from called Keep Talking and No One Blows Up. But it's on Steam, and it has a physical binder. So someone is physically manipulating the bomb in
we
the
played that?
digital version we have.
A long time ago.
And so they're rotating, and they tell everybody else, okay, I see 3 batteries, and they have to go to the battery page and be like, all right, what does 3 mean? Okay, cut the green wire. Okay, and then I see 7 circuits, and you're like, okay, what wired colors are there?
Gotcha.
So it sort of takes that premise and turns it into a board game version. Is Bomb Busters?
Yeah.
Cool.
I have another card game. They're called gum pack games because they're literally the size of a pack of gum.
Yeah.
And so the
I have
cards
one
are
of
1 inch by 2 inches.
Yep.
I think it's called Spy, and it's the same thing. You have your hand of cards, and in there's a bomb, and you're trying to figure out where Scott's bomb is.
Gotcha.
While you're moving the cards around. So there's a few things that sort of have this formula, but I think Bomb Busters is probably the newest and
Yeah, and it's
most
got
concise
a lot of
version.
buzz with the game out there, and so
that's a good one.
Sounds like fun.
We'll check it out.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's my number 2.
Number 2. My number 2 is a 2-player game called Patchwork. It's I think it's one of the best designed 2-player games. It works incredibly well. It plays mostly like Tetris. You're building a quilt essentially and putting on patches in the most efficient way you can to fill in all the gaps. But it has a really cool turn order thing for 2 players because each patch takes a currency. You have to pay for it, but then it also takes a certain amount of time to put it on your quilt.
Yes.
And that's what dictates how far you move on the time track. So if I built a patch that took a really long time, my other player might have 2 or 3 turns in a row.
Gotcha.
Because they're doing patches that take
Interesting.
less time. So it has this interesting sort of leapfrogging turn mechanic.
Strategy.
And you're filling in your grid as best you can. I also bring this up because I taught it to a couple on one of their first dates at the bar we used to work at.
Yep.
And a year later, the husband made a patchwork cake for his wife's birthday.
Ah, nice.
Really?
That looks like the grid
Yeah,
and has
for
the
their
patches
first day.
on it.
That's-
We'll put a picture up. I still have the
cute.
picture
That's
of it.
cute.
And so they were like so
Holy
into
crap.
this game.
This
and it,
really
like,
makes
this was
up
like
for your
the
last
root-
one.
Yeah. So like not only is it a great 2-player game, but it has this story of like a couple that really
Wow.
bonded
Well,
over
and
this
that's-
game.
Well, and
And-
we've talked about this before. You know, the stories that come out of gameplay are priceless.
Yes,
You know,
board
those
games are great at bringing people together
Yeah.
in a variety of ways.
Yeah.
And that can work for couples as well as big groups and all sorts of dynamics.
That's cool.
Very
And so,
good at creating
That's a great
memories. Yes.
yeah.
Well, Casey, man, you are on a roll because my number 2 is Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, trick-taking card game. For
Yes.
all the reasons
Fantastic.
you stated, my wife and I played it first, actually, before we even played it, and I was like, wow, this game works awesome as a 2-player, breezy, fun.
So then you took the cards away from your wife and then brought
Should we
them
play again,
to
hon?
play
yes,
with us.
yes, I did.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Sorry.
Scott, in case you don't like this a lot. But it
just works.
The game just works. It works in just every way, and it's fun. It's breezy. You can stop each whenever you want to. Each round takes 10 minutes.
quick.
You understand the basics of trick taking. Hey, you're there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you just can't go wrong. Please check out our Lord of the Rings video. A link down below of us comparing the 3 games. Needless to say, we like this one a great deal.
A lot. And we played the new one a little
Yeah,
bit.
and we played,
And we played Two Towers. We're
Yeah.
still playing it. It's also equally, if not as good or better.
Okay.
Moving on.
Yes.
All right, so that takes us to number 1.
So then, is that Eric's
Ooh.
number 1? Or yeah, Eric
My
should
number
do his
1.
Yeah.
Is the game that whenever there was a couple on a date, would be my go-to game of teaching them.
Teach him. Okay.
It involves quilting. It is patchwork. There's
there
a
you
ton
go.
of editions for this. There's specifically a lover's edition.
Oh,
Yeah,
my.
That is a Valentine's Day one, which is fine. But honestly, you get there's like Halloween, but you could get any.
There's a doodle one where you're like drawing in the shapes.
Oh, really?
There's some
Okay,
cool
cool.
versions.
But
the base one is really
The
good.
cool thing about this game is that it is different enough. Usually, when you teach somebody new, it's different enough that they go, "Oh, this is different." But there's familiar things in there.
Gotcha.
Like Tetris,
Yeah.
like time management, almost.
Yeah.
and like
Generating
and
money. There's
yeah,
like an
and like
income phase.
you got to think about how many buttons.
The
which
currency
your
is
money.
buttons, which is also cute.
How am I going to manage this versus time
Yes.
and doing this, and then
So it's sort
maximizing
of,
space?
and then it sort of breaks that sort of stereotype of gaming is always about sci-fi and fantasy and all this kind
Oh
of
yeah,
stuff.
the theme is
theme
very.
works.
Yeah.
It's very abstract. I mean, you never feel like you're like actually
Right.
quilting, but like, but it looks good. It's fun to look at, and you're building something there.
Yeah.
But you're thinking a few different ways. You're thinking spatially. You're thinking economically, and it's just a great blend of those two things.
And it's not like
30
super
minutes.
cutthroat, but there is still that element of
A
competition.
tiny bit, yes.
Of like, what piece do I know you're
Right.
really after?
And
or
it's
do I want
really
to be the first person to get
satisfying
to this?
to have made your tableau here, and you're like, ooh, when that piece comes up, that's going to be the perfect
Yeah.
piece to put right there. Sometimes it gets taken
keystone.
away, but most times I feel like it won't. But then you're like, ooh, I get this, and then
Mission
I get
accomplished.
this income.
And
Yes.
is it that what relationships?
That's
are
what it's all
right.
about.
When that perfect piece comes
right.
along.
So my number one, kind of by a long shot. When we were thinking about this list, I was like, my number one's going to be Patchwork. And I was like, what are the other ones?
Yeah.
Well,
Tell me
and
the rest of them.
that's interesting, and that's something that maybe our audience doesn't know. That you guys worked for. How long did you guys work at basically a board game cafe?
Yeah.
I was there 4 years.
I was there, I think, 3.
Yeah, and you guys were sort of like servers and game teachers, and so
Right.
you guys saw people on dates. You guys saw families, friends, friend groups,
Yeah,
and
big
sort
range
of
of game
so
players.
not only the teaching of games, but also selecting the right game
Yeah.
for this group.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
And this one worked 9 times out of 10, I
Yeah.
would say. I mean,
Oh,
it just...
easy to
Literally, tested in the world,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once there's a little... You have to kind of shift your brain a tiny bit, but once you're there, and people get into it because it's new, but familiar at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why I think...
And once it clicks, you're
Yeah.
into it and it's
Yeah.
moving and it works great.
Good job.
There you
job.
go.
All right, Casey.
What's your number one?
Number one.
Mine was pretty similar. I kind of knew what my number one would be, and we've talked about it. Love Letter.
There you go.
How can you have Valentine's Day without Love Letter?
Yeah,
It's my number one. And it's sort of, for me, outside of just the theme of like love and getting the letter to the princess and all this sort of stuff with the theme, it's one of the most tightly designed games I think that I know of.
For sure.
And I love it for that sort of like purity and like essence of a game of how you just have sort of these binary decisions. You just draw a card and you choose one of the two cards. But they're so impactful to how the round is going to play out that it does make you think about, okay, what's my best option? And what are the cards I know that could be available in the deck? And what have I seen Eric play and stuff? So you do get a lot out of a little deck of like 20 cards.
True.
And again, it has the themes of
And
it's
again,
being
there's a ton of
themed.
versions.
Yeah.
There's a premium one that lets you play with like a ton of people. So you can kind of pick whichever one you think will work for you.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
do
just
like this
great.
game a lot. I think I like it more though, like with at least another player. So like 3 or 4, just so you have another
It does,
choice.
I think, feel a little better with more than 2 people.
But it's fantastic.
But it still works.
Yes.
Yeah. Number one.
It works.
Love Letter.
Good
All
job.
right, my number one. It sounds like a game that's similar to Patchwork in a lot of ways. It's called Azul. You guys have probably played it.
Good one.
Tile drafting and pattern building game, and there's a version called Master Chocolatier. So you are
chocolate
picking
pieces?
little chocolate pieces and how they fit together.
Is
and
it real chocolate?
That'd be great.
This is real.
No,
chocolate.
that is what
consume
No,
the board.
no, the game is not real chocolate. No, the game is not real chocolate. But it just seemed almost too perfect that it was like, kind of like Patchwork that was kind of low stakes, kind of pattern building, but interesting decisions. But then Master Chocolatier, chocolates, and Valentine's Day seemed
When this game
Great pick.
was new and came out, we were working at the bar, and I would teach people. I would teach couples this. This is a good couples game. Too.
It
is.
So good
I will
job,
mention,
Scott. This
too-
redeems your whole list.
Everything else is
Thank
good.
you. I don't
now-
feel like it needed redeeming, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
Recently, I think last year, there's an Azul Duel now as well. So it's a
there is.
specifically 2-player
Really?
designed version of Azul. So if you like the base game and you want either the chocolate version or the 2-player specific version,
Or the one with
there's
chocolates.
one of those as well.
Chocolate. Master Chocolate.
Yes. So you've got options for Azul.
So that's an interesting array of games.
There you go.
Yeah, a lot of variety from
Yes.
stress testing to banging to making quilts. There's lots
Everything
you
in
can
between.
do on Valentine's
and
Day.
every-
So much you can do. Yes. Please let us know what your favorite Valentine's
Is there a glaring
games are.
one we missed?
Yes.
There
Yeah.
probably
Yes.
It
is.
probably is. Maybe we were wrong about some things. Maybe Twilight Imperium 4 is your favorite Valentine's game.
Yeah.
Played every year.
That you play every year
yeah.
like clockwork.
That's right.
Yes. Smash up the like, please. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Comment. Let us know what we did right and what we did wrong in a lovingly way. Right?
Yeah, with love and care.
And coming up soon, we are going to be attending our first Game Con here in the
Yes.
Denver metro area, and we will be having footage, interviews, gameplays, all kinds of stuff from that coming up, and we're really excited. That's something brand new for us, and it was one of our goals for this year was to get to a Game Con. And
If you're in the
and experience
Denver,
it.
Colorado area,
We're gonna
please
be there.
come and join us.
Yeah.
We're going February, is it 19th and the 20th?
18th through
Sure.
22nd
Yeah.
is the weekend. This is Genghis Con we're talking about in Denver.
Yes.
So that whole weekend, we'll be there at least a couple of the days, probably the first couple
So
of days.
stop by and say hi. Stop by and play a game. You know,
yes.
well, the Evil Cheese sign will probably be around.
It'll be around. Yeah.
So come and find us. We'd love to talk to you guys.
Speaking
Absolutely.
of love, we'll lovingly see you in the next episode. Until then, I'm Eric.
I'm Casey.
I'm Scott.
Doody-doo.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.